Welcome to the podcast, Claim Your Excellent Life, with your host, Suzanne Kellner-Zinck, where she helps professional women learn how to be happy. Suzanne will teach you how to do this through building high self-esteem, relaxation and calm, and good, healthy relationships. Tune in every week as Suzanne shares effective strategies to help you claim your excellent life with happiness techniques, self-esteem building exercises, relationship tips, and relaxation information. Make sure to head over to dawningvisions.com to subscribe to the newsletter to receive your keys to happiness, as well as other useful free gifts for you.
In today's episode, we're going to talk about possibility thinking. I love that term, possibility thinking, because all too often we are told all the things that we can't do, shouldn't do, aren't allowed to do, are against the rules. And the truth is that pretty much anything we can conceive, we can create in our lives. Sometimes we need to get help from other people in order to make it happen. Like these podcasts, I record them and then Sam, my webman, puts them together for me with the music and the intro and extra, because I don't really understand technology that well. That's his thing. But I learned how to record the podcast, and I even got to the point where I'm learning how to use the software on the computer to do these recordings because, well, I don't know. When I first looked at it, it seemed a little too hard to contend with. But I sat my butt down today, and I figured it out. That's right. Because, if you Google things, you can find the answers to pretty much how to do anything. And I really love YouTube for that explanation of how to do things tech. In any case, I wanted to think about something that you've been wanting to do, and yet, for whatever reason, you've never gotten around to it. And I want you to consider whether the reason why you never got around to it was because somebody close to you, maybe loves you, told you that it wasn't realistic. It wasn't reasonable. It wasn't within your ability set. And then I want you to ask yourself, why would you allow somebody else to place that kind of constraint on you if there's something in this world that you truly want to do? Let me tell you something. Over the past month or so, I've been doing a lot of couch surfing. It's an application that one can download in order to stay with people while you're traveling for free. And the reason that works is because the people who host also go traveling and need people to host them when they go, well, wherever it is that they're going. It's actually a worldwide organization. And I met a gentleman, I don't know, a year ago or so, who really brought this whole idea of being able to do whatever you choose to do with your life into a new, realistic space. He's 30 years old, maybe 31 by now. And several years ago, he made a decision to couch surf his way across the globe. He wanted to learn from the shamans how to do self-healing techniques. In the places where he couldn't couch surf, he had a hammock in which he slept looking up at the stars. He did this for 5 full years. And yes, he learned a whole lot about how to heal himself naturally from the shamans that he met along his trip. I don't know about you, but to my mind, that sounds like an extraordinary life experience. Now, he's decided to live off the grid with a friend of his, actually on the land of a friend of his up in Vermont, where I believe he has a yurt now that he can have a fire in safely to heat him up during the winter months. But at the time, he had a tent, and he had a full-size bed in there that he had made, apparently. And he basically had very basic means for taking care of himself. He didn't want to have a lot of chemicals in or near his body. He bathed in the stream nearby. He had a counter set up outside in order to cook. He had a propane burner in his van, and that came in very nicely when we went out to, some event. And at the event, we met this gentleman who had a community farm, and we went with him to the community farm, and we got some of his fresh food. And right outside the community farm, there was a picnic table. So we cooked up the food right there in the van and ate it. That was really quite magical. And there was this other woman that I met when I was down in Sarasota just recently. And she's amazing. She's 72 years old. And for 25 years after her husband retired, they lived in a 40-foot sailboat that was made for them, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, sailing around the Caribbean. Now, I don't know how you feel about sailboats, but I do believe you would have to agree that it's an alternative lifestyle. And that's the point that I'm bringing up with you here. There's so many things that we can do with our lives if we only make a choice about what is important to us, and then make the commitment to do whatever it takes to make it happen. Because as far as I know, we only have the one life that we're living now. And to whatever degree we decide to create opportunities for ourselves to do amazing things is the degree to which we'll be able to have those opportunities to do amazing things. Because we allow ourselves to think about the possibilities of things that we'd like to do. In my own world, I really truly wanted to bring my work to Africa, and I had 2 occasions to do it. I wanted to write some books. They're up there on Amazon. I want to go abroad and go study in Israel, and I have a program, and I'm working on getting the financing so I can make that happen too. Because, at least in my world, matching up education, business, and travel is really the best of all worlds. It's fun, it's exciting. Days are different, challenges are always there to be had, and the growth is enormous. So I want you to go ahead and do your own possibility thinking about how you can make things happen that are important enough for you to make happen. As always, I thank you for spending your time with me till next time. If you have enjoyed Claim Your Excellent Life, we'd really appreciate it if you go over to iTunes and give it a 5-star review. If you have found Claim Your Excellent Life to be helpful to you, and maybe even life-altering with the information that we have shared here, and to allow us to continue this work, which we really do enjoy doing for you, you can sponsor us at patreon.com. That's spelled P as in Paul, ATREON as in Nancy.com. Again, that's P as in Paul, AT as in Tom, REON as in Nancy.com, where there's a few different levels of sponsorship that you can choose from to help us to continue doing this work. We thank you for any assistance that you are able to give us.
Thank you for listening to the podcast, Claim Your Excellent Life with your host, Suzanne Kellner-Zinck, where she helps professional women learn how to be happy. Suzanne teaches you how to do this through building high self-esteem, relaxation and calm, and good, healthy relationships. Tune in every week as Suzanne shares effective strategies to help you claim your excellent life with happiness techniques, self-esteem building exercises, relationship tips, and relaxation information. Make sure to head over to dawningvisions.com to subscribe to the newsletter to receive your keys to happiness, as well as other useful free gifts for you.